Um, Back with another episode of Say What You Feel. I'm Ty, the host.
And I'm Sean SP.
Tonight we still gonna be jumping into talking about a little bit of the new tariff. You know, we ain't gonna get too deep in it, and a little bit of immigration, what's going on, and this is the second part of State of America.
Right. And as far as this tariff thing, man, I mean, I don't really think that this is being thought out real fully. You know, because I was just looking at something the other day, man. It's like we got 5 strong terrorists that he's messing with. You got Germany, you got Japan, Mexico, China, and Canada. You got Germany, for all you people with BMWs and Mercedes-Benz, there, that's Germany for you. You got Japan, you got your Lexuses, Toyotas, and Hondas that's coming in. You got Mexico, you got the cartel, 17.5, and you know, which is going to the let's just say it goes into the immigration. You know, you got the workers, you got China, man, and that's your phones, all your electronics coming from China, all your chips, your chips for your computers and stuff coming from China. Then you got Canada, which a lot of people don't know or might not pay attention to. A lot of wood and steel comes from Canada, and they control the power that comes down to America.
I didn't know. Canada. I mean, China make a lot of shit. So
yeah.
You know.
And they like really want somebody you don't really want to mess with.
And as far as Canada, you black people like the Crown Royal is gonna be a problem, man.
Yeah, they
already went up.
Yeah, they snatching all American liquor off their shelves, man. They not playing.
Hey, the Crown Royal, you know about that. You know, the thing is, like, I know a lot of the car companies, like, I know Porsche and a couple other ones said they were going to try to see if they can put a plant here. You know, I don't know, it ain't going to probably change the price of the car, but, you know, like I said, these other places going up, it's going to make it hard. Well, it's going to make it hard on us.
Yeah, for far as parts, even I mean, like, even now, like, if you order stuff off eBay or Amazon, a lot of stuff is being stuck in customs. You know, or they charging you more to send it here. So it's affecting everybody. You know, it might not be on the big spear of it, but everybody's feeling it. You know, from clothes, all y'all, you know, name brand clothes, people wearing clothes that like some of that I mean, you know, all of the French or whatever, stuff y'all like to wear. It's going to affect you.
Louis, Gucci.
Yeah, that ain't here.
Must be nice.
Yeah, it must be nice. You know, so it's gonna be a lot of knockoffs running around.
There's gonna be a lot of people walking by saying, "Must be nice."
Must be nice.
You know what I mean? Then also we're gonna go back and forth. We also got the immigration. I mean, I know a lot of people got friends just from Mexico, Honduras, or wherever they from. Just probably got they may have got deported.
Right.
But them ice boys, they out here.
They jumping out like old school gun boys.
They jumping out old school LTDs.
Yes, jumping out, and they not even asking for ID. They asking for green cards and stuff like that.
They want papers.
They want papers, and I ain't talking about the green paper.
Right.
They want them papers saying that you belong here.
And a lot of people got families, so
Right.
I don't know if where they dropping them off, where they at. Do they? They coming straight back. I don't know how it works, but if it was me, I'm coming straight back.
Right.
If I got a family, but it's just like I said. I mean, and I don't have nothing against nothing. I'm just saying if I expect you come over the right way. I understand it's America's the American dream. I understand it, but I know the shit I had to go through. The shit I go through, and I'm black and I'm living here. So this, and I've been born in the United States, so it's like me being black. And the shit I gotta go through. Just if anybody can come over this motherfucker without, shit. I just think you gotta go the right way, because if not, shit. I should be making $1 million now.
Right.
But these people getting taken from their family. So I can understand that they hurt their pain, but maybe they wasn't thinking about that when they was hopping fences.
Well, no, I mean, they came over for the American dream, like you said, man, to live better than, how they was living up there. And like to say, start families, get the kids in schools, and stuff. Like now your kids is legal, but now you know what I'm saying your father not, or your mother not, or your grandparent not. So you know what I'm saying they shipping them back. A lot of these people ain't even been home in just say 20, 30 years. So a lot of stuff that they used to seeing or used to having, they're not there no more. So it's like, damn, you know, they drop them off into a foreign country, you know, that they're not used to. It's just like coming home from a 25-year bit and things have changed. You know, nothing's the same no more. So it's the same way with these people. These people ain't been home. You know what I'm saying? You know, most of their relatives then slid over here. Or if they're not over here, you know, the ones that are home, they don't have a lot. You know, so it's I mean, yeah, I'm not really like, I mean, when I say, you know, I don't know how to say on this, you know, as far as the I mean, yeah, like my man said, Ty said, like, yeah, if you're gonna do it right. So you know what I'm saying, it won't be no kickback like right now, because it's only gonna get worse.
Definitely gonna get worse. I mean, it always get worse before it get better. You know,
Right.
You know, like I said, a lot of people that's getting put out, they probably gonna be back on the next president. You know, when the next president comes in. Hopefully, if it's a Democratic. But like I said, maybe I don't know how hard it is to get in the state. You know, maybe it's just like, and I understand, like when you done gave it all, and you ain't got nothing left, and the only other option is to get the hell away from my country to try to feed my family back home. You gotta do what you gotta do as a man. You know, any means necessary. You know, without hurting nobody. I don't like some of these motherfuckers. If you come over here murdering, raping women, and I ain't with all that. You know, you should be definitely get sent back. But
your ass need to be dealt with.
No, right, dealt with.
Yeah, you need to be dealt with. You know what I'm saying? Right. Because you know, I don't. You know, you knew you wasn't shit when you was over there, and then they fucking around and ran your ass over this motherfucker, and that goes back to the colonizers and the pilgrims, man. A lot of people thought it was on a spiritual thing, like, you know what I'm saying, like a lot of pilgrims and pioneers wanted to come to America to, you know, to start, because they didn't want to live under the England rules and stuff for as religion. They want to start their own religion, but in the process of them sending people over, they sent the criminals and stuff over here too. So it wasn't all peaches and cream, and that's why a lot of stuff that you know, that's how, like, I feel as though a lot of Indians and stuff, man, that wasn't used to, you know what I'm saying, the violence that came across here, man. That's how they got caught up in it.
Yeah, it's crazy how they push the immigrants out the country, but they pull us in the motherfucker to build it.
Right.
Like in the beginning, back, you know, years ago, we started originated in Africa. Like, would y'all pull us over here? I mean, I ain't talking about y'all, meaning whoever motherfucking slave masters or whatever. Y'all pulled us from our country to come here, you know.
They'll build your country.
So it's
we
like,
built your country.
But now y'all putting immigrants leaving, one motherfucker leave. Y'all got a problem with maybe the population or whatever. Maybe just tell people they need to minimize how many kids. Maybe I need to come with a policy. I know it's the home. It ain't home of the freedom. Say what you feel no more, because you say what you feel, you probably get put in jail.
Yeah.
But maybe, you know, maybe put a limit on how many kids people can have, you know, something like that. You know, maybe you can't have this many kids. You know, maybe it'll help with the population, you know.
Right.
And maybe just stop trying to just give everybody prescription drugs just to keep them mellow. You know, maybe just, like other countries, a lot of other countries, you got restriction on food, restriction on things just because people, they don't get sick like that. But the United States doesn't have any restriction. It's everything goes. You can put what the fuck you want in your food. I don't give a fuck what you put. You know, you want sugar, put a pound of sugar in that shit. But it's like, it's up to us to read the labels. Read the labels. That's a message. Right. But it's like you know, it's crazy. You know.
This I mean, even if you're not political, but you gotta stay woke. And I mean, if you're not woke, man, you better get woke, because it's a lot of stuff that's going on. It's, even when you say it don't affect you, or that's not my beef, it's gonna affect you one way or another. You're gonna feel it.
I'm about to give this nigga some time, man.
I'm good.
You know what I mean? I think
you over there hiccuping too, bro.
You got a frog in his throat.
Yeah, but I mean, anyway, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, what I'm saying is, you know, everybody's being affected by the way the world's being ran right now, and you know, and it's, you know, and you know, it's nobody is exempt. From the rich to the poor, you're gonna feel it.
I mean, this is my honest opinion. You know, I think a lot of people voted for Trump. I'm guessing. I don't know, but evidently he did because he's the president. But I think a lot of people that voted for him was expecting something different. Not saying you won't get it, but what I'm saying is right now you wasn't. A lot of, especially blue collar workers, and y'all wasn't. This is my opinion. I wasn't expecting that he was gonna go after. He's not just going after like low income. Right now, he's going after people up there, not just black folks, white folks. He's going after everybody.
Yeah, it's
affecting everyone. So it's like everybody's feeling it.
Right. It's not a racial thing. You know, right now the way he rolling, it's a business thing.
Right. It's not a racial thing. It's a business thing. But sometimes as a person, being a black person, sometimes I think if it was more of a black thing, because I felt like when he was talking more like, you know, DEI?
Yeah.
It wasn't really people weren't saying much. But,
Right.
but when it, you know, but when it affects them, people talk more. But I think if it was more, if it was affecting more other people of color, maybe, and that's it, it might not be this much outcry. And it just, but now it's affecting everyone. Now everybody has something to say.
I mean, like a lot of stuff that this DEI or, you know, stuff like that. You know, the reason why it's so wild and so on the frontier because it's affecting, honestly, the white people. You know what I'm saying? We've been dealing with the racial and the way of looking at stuff all our lives. You know, we've been in this country for over 400 years, man, and we still struggling to, you know what I'm saying, get equal. Not saying equal, but, you know what I'm saying, we still struggling, you know, for positions, you know, and it's sad. It's crazy to me. And I don't, you know, it's no, you know, and the thing too, man, that gets me is like, how the hell you know, y'all still hate us so much? You know, as black people, y'all just hate, and it's not even like, you know, we fuck with y'all. All we want is we want the same. We just want a piece of the pie, just like y'all got. You know, not all of it, just a little bit. But
you know, I think a lot of times, as far as black folks, and I think it's so deep, it goes beyond people. People don't understand. Like they, you know, we can like. People say get over it, certain things, race, you know, slavery, right? You can't get over 400 fucking years like that. It's like, then also, you know, they say, well, move on. The Jews never moved on.
right.
So why, and it was less time than that, so why should we have to move on? You know, so it's like,
You know, it's like even down to like erasing our history. They taking books out of they got rid of the Department of Education. Yeah, man, they taking books out of our hands and stuff, you know, to stop us from getting knowledge. There's a lot of books out here that speaks on the stuff that they don't teach you in school.
Right, you know, I always said in the past in some of my podcasts, it comes down to who controls the narrative.
Right.
You know, like why would you take books out of school as far as like will teach you about the slavery, you know, why do you don't want your kids, grandkids know about that black folks were slaves for 400 years, and technically it was